All right, Hardos, Happy New Year. Hope you had a good holiday. Spinny, did you have a good Christmas and New Year?
Yeah, it was fun. It's always good to, be around the fam and everything. Even if we had to come back to this depression-filled situation that we're at here, but
Depression filled. Elaborate.
yeah, it's a pretty tough one. I mean, it's literally everyone knows about it. The ice shooting in Minneapolis last night. Um, Pretty tough situation. I mean, I think, bad decisions were made by the ICE agent. I mean, I understand, it was a crappy situation overall, but lady's backing up and then turning as she's going forward. And man's
The
base
wheels were turned.
wheels
Yes.
were turned and she backed up the opposite direction and then turned the wheels after she backed up. So, like, that's where I just don't understand really. And when he shot her, two of the shots went through the passenger side window. Only one
Correct.
through the driver's side window or the front
First
window.
one was the first one was from the front or whatever.
It was
And the
from the
next
front, but if you look at like the divider, right? Like it
right.
was like a quarter inch off the divider on the front windshield. So
Correct. Yeah.
he would have had if he had shot that from the front of the car, he would have been the worst shot in history. Like literally the worst shooter in history if he would have done that from the front of the car. Like the angle at which it went in on the front windshield had to be done
Yeah.
from the side. Otherwise, he's literally shooting into nothing. So anyways, I just think it's horrible. Big protests going on, rightfully so. I mean, just what ICE is doing overall is disgusting. Going into schools, I mean, it's just a crap show. It's like on a different level, right? It's like I wish I could complain about the world being crappy like we did in 2010 when it wasn't like that crappy. Now I feel like I'm like not even on a like I feel like I'm in a sci-fi movie where it can only be fake and stuff. Like it's
We're
just
just like we're like in a simulation, I feel like at this point. It's just
yeah, it's like we are at that time in history right now where people in 40 years are going to be like, how did y'all let this happen? I really feel like that. So it's like I feel like we're at a turning point right now between like what we let go and what we don't. So I just hope that we can come to some sort of peaceful solution. But given what I've seen, it doesn't necessarily seem like that's going to be the case.
doesn't look good. Yeah. It's been a rough couple of years to say the least.
Yeah, and just RIP obviously
Yeah.
to
RIP for sure.
the victim involved there. Her name is escaping me right now. Her last name is Good. I want to say Renee. Yeah, Renee Good. So RIP to her and her whole family and everything that went on with that. And like last point I just want to make, it's like if they're doing that to a white woman in the middle of the street when they know
A
everyone's doing
citizen.
it, what are they doing to like people in these prison camps that they're setting up at the
Right.
so I just keep that stuff in mind, people. I'm really not trying to make this a political thing at all. It's just saying it how I see it,
Let's
and
just
I think
let's
it's
just be good humans.
yeah,
Like it doesn't I feel like it doesn't take that much to be good humans.
yeah,
But apparently it's hard nowadays for some people.
yeah.
RIP and prayers up to her family and friends for sure. Well, Spinny, I think we better listen to Jack and get this pod a little more upbeat going forward here, huh?
Yes, sir.
It's been a minute, I feel like, since we've
Breaking
had.
news, parties and
Oh
artists.
God. Oh God,
Breaking
what is it?
news.
What is it?
Falcons interviewing former franchise quarterback Matt Ryan to become president of football. Widely expected that Ryan will get the job. So
President
Matt
of football
Ryan,
operations, huh?
yeah, Matt Ryan, basically de facto GM, president of football operations for the Falcons. Very interesting.
I mean, he can't do any worse than this last guy who
Yeah.
signed Kirk Cousins and drafted a quarterback, an injured old quarterback, all within a span of like 2 months.
And they're both bad, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
uh, but fun.
Wow, that is interesting.
We're finally, I feel old, right? We're finally getting to the age where, like,
Yeah.
I remember when my dad, right, used to be like, I'd be like, who's this old announcer guy? And he'd be like,
You just go off on a tangent.
yeah. Like, it'd be like, who's this Troy Aikman guy that's.
You don't know Troy Aikman? Like,
right? So I feel like we're getting to that age right now where, like, Matt Ryan's going to be known to kids as, like, the GM of the Falcons. And we're going to be like, you don't even know, man. This man lost the Super Bowl 8-3.
Tom Brady's out here announcing and part owner of the Raiders.
Yeah. We're getting
different sport, but A-Rod is part owner of the Timberwolves.
And it's crazy. Like, I really disliked A-Rod as a player. Like,
duh, for sure.
I feel like everybody did. He's like the biggest of all sports. But I really like him as an owner, actually. And I think
he's done a good job. Yeah,
he's done a pretty good job, and he's mostly pretty funny, and, like, you know, his values are pretty good, like, in comparison to ownership around the leagues.
So, he wants to win. He wants a good product out there.
Yeah, so I feel mostly happy about that.
Yes, for sure. Well, Spinny, I feel like it's been a fat minute since we've had breaking headlines as a segment. Like, I couldn't even tell you the last podcast we had breaking headlines. But we got a number of them today. We're going to start with some MLB free agency. The biggest signees to date. A lot of these happened a long time ago, but we haven't commented on them. Dylan Cease, Spinny, to the Blue Jays. That's big time. Pete Alonso to the Orioles. That's big time. Those are your Orioles, man. You're going to be high on them this year?
They weren't good this year. I know. Truly think they're going to win 95 games next year.
Edwin Diaz to the Dodgers, and then Devin Williams replaces Diaz on the Mets. Those are the biggest ones. Spinny, any of those really jump out at you? Probably Cease and Alonso, I guess, for sure.
I mean, Diaz is going to sell so many Dodgers jerseys, bro.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he is. That's a good point.
Stupid, the amount of jerseys that man's going to sell when they play that trumpet song one time, him coming in. Dude, it's going to be insane. I feel happy for him. He's kind of had an up and down goings-ons and all that. So it'll just be like, that's a big – they probably will make back half of his contract in jersey sales.
I just think defending AL champs, getting Dylan Cease, like that's a big time signing for them.
That's a big time signing, and I think, like, it'll be interesting though. Like, can we see the lineup consistency we saw from the Jays last year? That's like, I want to see Bo Bichette give me 2 seasons in a row of healthy production.
Facts.
So I think they could drop down maybe in that department, but it obviously is a big signing for them.
Well, speaking of Bo Bichette, still unsigned. Bo Bichette, he is still a free agent. Some other huge names out there. Kyle Tucker, still a free agent. Framber Valdez, Cody Bellinger, your man Spinny, Cody Bellinger, Alex Bregman, Zach Gallen, Luis Arraez, some of the biggest names out there. There's still a lot to be done here with MLB free agency. I feel like that's always the case. Like, there's always big names going into spring training still unsigned, I feel like, in baseball.
I know, it's weird. It is weird that way. I think Kyle Tucker, the fact that Kyle Tucker's not on a team blows my mind.
That blows my mind because he's so good.
Well, it's just like 280 with 30 homers and 90 RBIs whenever you want.
And elite defense.
So that's the biggest one I'm surprised about. But
yeah. Also, trade rumors. Tariq Skubal, 2-time defending Cy Young, is allegedly on the block as the Tigers refuse to give him the money he wants, I guess. Ketel Marte, Mackenzie Gore, Freddie Peralta, all rumored to potentially be traded before the season starts. Those are also some big names, though.
Dude, Skubal's going to go somewhere stupid, and I'm going to have to hate
Bro,
him.
He's going to be on the Dodgers, probably. Let's be real.
These are the Dodgers, bro. It's so irritating.
At least go to, like, the Phillies or one of these other powerhouse teams.
Yes. Go to a big market that I don't go to Boston, go to freaking Philly, go to, like, somewhere that I don't hate.
Not the Yankees, not the Dodgers.
Yeah. Go to the Giants. Go to the freaking...
Yeah. Giants got money.
Yeah. Even the Mets.
Go to the Mets. The Mets are never good. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about in MLB, I'm sure, in these next couple of weeks. College football, though, obviously the playoffs been going on. Little first round action. Tulane, James Madison, both got killed. Bama beats Oklahoma. Miami edges A&M, and maybe the most boring game of all time, 10-3.
Dude,
That
that
game
game
was
was awful.
horrendous to watch. Second round was the story of beatdowns and upsets. Obviously, my squad, Bama, just got absolutely murdered by Indiana. Texas Tech got murdered by Oregon, and then Miami upset Ohio State, and Ole Miss upset Georgia. So, little upsets there. Semis: Oregon versus Indiana, Ole Miss versus Miami. Spinny, what do you got, man?
I got Ole Miss. I think Miami's story's cool because I didn't really think that they had too much of a chance here, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So that's been fun seeing them be good. But I truly do think that. What are the matchups again? Sorry, it's Oregon and Indiana.
Oregon,
and
Indiana,
and Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, Miami. Yeah.
So I think Ole Miss is winning that game. I think they're just better talent-wise, top to bottom. I was a little concerned about them with the Lane Kiffin firing, obviously, but it seems like they've used that, or not firing, but leaving.
Right. Yeah.
And it seems like they've used that more as motivation, and I haven't seen like the scheme issues with it, so that's been good.
Does that mean anything negative to Lane Kiffin? Like you leave
No.
the squad and they just keep winning without you?
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think so either, but had to ask.
Football's weird too in the fact of like there's 30 coaches, so it's like
Right.
your
Yeah.
head coach left, but like every single other person is still there right now, so like that's part of it. And Oregon, Indiana, I think this is going to be a great game, but Indiana's been too dominant for me to not pick against them, so I'm going to go Ole Miss, Indiana in the final.
And Indiana or Ole Miss then? Indiana?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they seem special. Yeah. Seems like their year. And Al said this morning on radio, but it gives Minnesota-type teams hope. It gives me a little bit of hope.
It does, actually. It really does.
It can actually happen. Now, I don't know if Fleck's the guy, but I didn't think Indiana's coach was the guy either. So who knows? But credit to him and to them and all the hope they're giving to us bottom dwellers around here.
The bottom dwellers. Well, I'm also going to go Indiana. Just feel like I can't pick against them anymore. My initial predictions obviously had Bama upsetting them, so probably just got to ride Indiana. I'm actually going to go Miami over Ole Miss, though. I do agree with you. I think Ole Miss top to bottom is probably better, but I like the fact that Carson Beck, former SEC player, has played Ole Miss. He's seen this defense a lot, so he'll be prepared from that standpoint. I'm going to go Miami. I think they keep it going, but I don't know if the championship will be close. I think Indiana will kill both those teams. I feel like Oregon is the second best team left remaining. So now, if Oregon upsets Indiana, you think they'll beat both of those teams too?
Maybe, but I think Ole Miss especially has a big talent advantage. Like if you rank like the top 5 to 10 players, it's probably like 5 Oregon, 5 Ole Miss. But you go players like 10 through 40, and it's like 75% Ole Miss players. So that's where I think that could make that matchup a little bit different.
Yeah. I have a couple more questions for you. Do they continue to let Group 5 teams in? Because this has been 2 years in a row where they just get absolutely obliterated in the first round.
I mean, I think they're going to for at least look, I'd like to see this play out where we have what was that stupid team? UCF or USF? UCF?
USF, wasn't it?
I think it's UCF.
God, I don't even remember anymore. But anyway, yeah, we know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I would like to see a year where something like that is going on, where one of those teams is undefeated or they're at that level that we think they could actually win, and then seeing what happens before we change it. But I think there'll probably be a 2 or 3 year window of doing this. And then when the next we can change the playoff thing comes up, it'll definitely be in there if this continues. And it should. If we're not getting competition, then why are we doing it, I guess?
That's what I'm saying. I was all for getting at least one of those Group 5 teams in there.
Yeah.
But just these games aren't even remotely competitive yet.
No.
So it's I don't get it from that standpoint. And I low key wish we had CFB Mike on here because I know he had to be absolutely sick that Notre Dame was left out over one of those Group 5 teams. Because the fact that two of them made it in is kind of crazy to me.
That is crazy.
Last question. Do you think they should expand or leave it at 12?
Shoot, I kind of want it at 8. I've always been an 8 guy.
I thought it should have always gone from 4 to 8. I don't know why we jumped all the way to 12.
But I just don't think there's more than 8 teams in 95% of years that are really competitive with like the number 1, number 2 teams. I don't think there's 12 of those teams out there. So,
yeah, I mean, this year we will really tell because Miami is the 10 seed, right? So if they actually make the championship and compete against Indiana, then we know that if it's a good setup or not. But
yeah, it's like I'm kind of eating my words with Miami right now.
Right.
But
NFL, Spinny, Black Monday came, 4 coaches gone. Tuesday, Harbaugh got fired as well. Gannon fired by the Cardinals. Pete Carroll fired by the Raiders. Kevin Stefanski fired by the Browns. Raheem Morris fired by the Falcons. Obviously, the Titans and Giants have openings from earlier this season. Did you see the news today, Spinny, about our beloved Brian Flores?
Yes. You forgot one firing, but I'll let it go.
There's another one? What?
My boy, my favorite NFL head coach got fired today.
Oh, yeah, today. Yes, Mike McDaniel fired by the Dolphins today.
Vikings OC.
Vikings OC, you think so?
I'm just trying to speak it into existence. You can say what you want about Mike McDaniel as a head coach. I'll give you whatever you want, but as an OC, that man's a god. So
no, I would agree.
Love him. Yeah, I do think there's a good chance that B-Flow could be the next coach of the Ravens.
Oh my gosh,
which would be
please no
heartbreaking. But I think he fits their mold. I think he's grown a lot from what we saw in Miami and who he is. And I think KOC has helped with that a lot for him. Like the balance of not just being an a-hole all the time, like choosing moments to be an a-hole. And I think B-Flow is an awesome coach and defensive. I want to pay him whatever he wants to stay, but it seems like the Ravens are a team that could actually make that hiring happen with their ownership group and their GM and just how buttoned up they are as an organization.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was worried. Like, if it was one of these other random organizations, I wouldn't have been as worried. But the fact that it's the Ravens that requested an interview him, I'm like, damn, this might actually pick up some steam. So a little worried about that. Hopefully we can keep him around. Now, you would imagine Raiders, Giants, I mean, those two teams probably specifically are just going to offer the bag to Harbaugh right away, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Falcons is an option. I think the Giants is an option. Those are the top 2. The Raiders is hard. Like, you do have the number 2 pick. So, like, that'll be
number 1 pick.
Number 1 pick. So that'll be big. But you still don't have the quarterback. And your defense and offense. Your defense is bad and your offensive line is bad. So I just don't know. The Giants, like, shoot, if Jackson Dart is the guy, like, I feel like you could turn that around pretty quickly, especially the type of guy that Harbaugh is. Like, the last time the Giants were good was Tom Coughlin, a big culture establisher, big personality, not letting you get away with stuff.
They haven't had a good coach in forever.
Yeah. It's like, that's what John Harbaugh is. He's going to come in, establish a culture, get that done. And I think the Giants could benefit the most from that. And I think they could be good right away. The reason I think it could be the Falcons is just because, like, think about the NFC East has never had a the NFC South outside of the Saints with Breeze has never had a dominant run of a team in our lifetime. Literally, never.
For sure.
Like, other than Breeze, who's the best NFC South quarterback of our lifetime? Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan for couple of years, yeah.
So, like, I think Harbaugh could see that Falcons job as like I'm going to compete in one of the weakest divisions in the NFL consistently.
I mean, 8-9 won the division this year,
and that the South has been that division of the teams that have been really bad to make it in. So it's like that could be something that is attractive for John Harbaugh.
I also just honestly think top to bottom out of all these 7 or 8 openings that we just went through, that the Falcons have the best roster top to bottom.
They
They have
do.
a ton of talent. They just were so poorly coached and don't obviously have a consistent quarterback. But
I think the quarterback is the thing, and for a guy like John Harbaugh, especially, I can see the um, thoughts of Jackson Dart being the biggest attractor, even
yeah,
over the weak division.
well, hey, why doesn't he just go to the Falcons and then sign Joe Flacco? Get reunited.
And it'll be 2011 again.
Yep. Last breaking headline: Trae Young, Spinny traded. Man, that was quick. Just days ago, he requested a trade. He's already out to the Wizards for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. Now, I knew from listening to podcasts like Bill Simmons, Zach Lowe, all these guys that are very informed, that he was a very distressed asset across the league. No one really wanted him. This still kind of blew my mind at like how bad of an asset he was to these teams. Didn't you feel the same way or no?
Yeah, I just wish the Wolves would have had somebody bad enough to match the cap, you know?
Yeah,
Because I think like the price is crazy, and I get he is a defensive liability and all that, and it makes sense for Washington to put butts in seats, selling money, first star since Beal or John Wall. So
yeah,
that part does make sense. And there has been a big shift in the NBA. Like it is really, really hard to be small and be a bad defender and be good. Like it there's so many more long defenders than there were when Trae Young was drafted. Where our
absolutely.
offensive efficiency is so much higher than when Trae Young is drafted that it's like his special thing is not as special anymore because there's
Right,
guys 6'6" and lanky that are just as efficient as him. And so
right.
like just that shift for Trae Young, I think has been hard given like what he's good at and what he's not in the current NBA.
No, I completely agree. The point you made about the Wizards, it is honestly perfect for them. Why not? To buy low, CJ McCollum's off your books after this year, anyways.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's always just kind of been the classic spot up shooter, role player guy. Will never be more than that. So you buy low on this guy. They don't have a guy over $12 million on their books next year. 12 million, which means they can offer Trae Young the bag and still have enough money to go sign another high level free agent. Now, obviously, Wizards aren't that attractive of a destination, but still, they have the money to offer somebody. And then you still have young talent like Kaishan George and Alex Starr, right? So, like, and now initially I was like, why the hell would you want to go to the Wizards? But Trae Young's probably looking, in the long term, like, I'm going to get my money. We got the young pieces. They have enough cap space to get another star next to me.
And
It
like
makes sense.
if you really don't want to come to a contract with Trae Young, right? He sells seats for you for this year. If he opts out of his deal, you gave up nothing. You just gave up salary dump players that you were going to try to get rid of anyway. So I think
Exactly.
like even if worst case scenario he opts out and leaves and goes somewhere else, like you didn't give up anything where it matters.
Right.
And
And
then
I
you can
do
sign 2 max players.
And I do honestly like the fit for McCollum and Kispert in Atlanta. Just more floor spacing for Jalen Johnson. Get more shooters around that man. He's obviously shown to be damn near superstar at this point. And CJ is just going to be able to focus on just purely getting buckets. You got Dyson Daniels. You got these other guys that will be the defenders on the team. So CJ, he can still get buckets, man. That guy can still put up 20 on a given night.
Agreed.
All right, let's transition. NFL award prediction. Spinny, we got to start with the big one, man. MVP, obviously, it's a 2-man race. Stafford or May, who do you have?
I'm picking Stafford. I think
Same.
we kind of made these points to each other when we were talking this through, but Stafford 46 touchdowns and 4,500 yards. Player or 4,800 yards, I think, actually.
47.
Yeah. Players over 4,700 yards and over 45 touchdowns. Like it's been like a 95% win the MVP rate with that. I think Breeze is the only one with over 45 touchdowns to not win MVP.
Probably. Yeah.
But counter argument, Drake May leads the league in completion percentage and yards per attempt. That has only been done by 2 players in history: Kurt Warner, greatest show on turf, and Tom Brady in 2007. So those guys both were lock MVPs. So I
Right.
think like you see both sides of it. The roster in New England is obviously worse. The big argument against May is the schedule, but if you look defense by defense, it's pretty damn close actually. I just think, especially MVP voters, you're probably going to look at the raw stats, and one guy's 23 and one guy's 37. And I think just with the raw stat advantage, the touchdown and yards, the things we look at as casual fans, I think Stafford has those, and I think that mixed with the fact that he has the narrative of doing a lot for the Lions and the Rams and not getting that credit. I think with that narrative, it's most likely going to be him.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. That's exactly what I had put down for Stafford. First in the NFL in yards, touchdowns, first downs, and yards per game. Second in QB rating to only Drake May. So he's right there, basically all the main stats, like you said. So I had to go Stafford, but I would not be upset if it was May either. It would make sense to me either way. Offensive player of the year. I do have questions about this one. JSN is like the huge odds-on favorite on most sports books. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not diminishing anything he's done. He's had an elite year. Definitely deserves to be in this conversation. But the fact that he's like a minus 4,000 favorite makes no sense when Puka has the same exact stats as him. That makes no sense to me, Spinny.
Yeah, I don't understand either with that. I think the Puka argument I get a little because it's like, who's the next best guy on Seattle? And it's like,
yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
Disgustingly different. Whereas like when Devontae is more of a duo. I get that.
Yeah.
Even
that's
if
a good point.
It's going to look the same. The Christian McCaffrey one is the one I get a little bit more like, why is Christian McCaffrey plus 10,000?
CMC is my pick. That is who I picked to win this award.
I just think that he has 2,100 all-purpose yards, and he has been their offense. He's literally their whole offense.
Yeah.
And they had a winning record with Mac Jones.
Kittle's missed games. Pearsall's missed games. Ayuk didn't show up all season.
Yeah, and that's not to mention all the defensive injuries, Fred Warner and Bosa and everybody else. It's like I just think Christian McCaffrey's underappreciated at this point, which is crazy given like what we know this man can do. But I just think he's one of those guys that actually affects winning at a position other than quarterback. Like I think like he's in that JSN, Jefferson, Chase, Puka category of like they'll actually win you an extra game or two just with how talented they are.
Absolutely. 102 catches, 17 total touchdowns, CMC. That's your pick then too, CMC?
17 total touchdowns and 2,100 yards.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick JSN, but I just
the
McCaffrey argument is crazy to me.
Yeah. DPOY, I mean, we don't even need to debate this. It's probably going to, I would imagine, be a unanimous selection here for Myles Garrett, the new sack king.
Yeah. You can't even bet on, not that we're betting men, but you can't even bet on the DPOY award anymore on FanDuel.
Yeah. No, if someone who has a vote didn't vote for him, they should get their vote revoked. Seriously.
Agreed.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. Got some questions around this one, at least from the odds standpoint. I'm going Ket McMillan. He is the odds-on favorite. I think he was the best rookie from start to finish. He never really had any lulls throughout the season. I do think, though, Tyler Shuck or Jackson Dart, if they would have just simply played more games and had a little better stats, one of those QBs would have won it for sure.
Yeah, I think it would have been Dart without the injuries. I'm going to go with Tet as well. Big argument I want to make is why is Ibuka not on this list? I get it. Had horrible games the last 5 weeks, but Tet and Ibuka's stats are like
identical.
Almost identical.
Yeah.
And so I just don't understand how he's not even like Harvey and Genty are on this list at plus 40,000, and he's not even on the list. That just blows my mind.
RJ Harvey, who didn't even start until like halfway through the season.
What's his face got hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that either. Oh well. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm picking Carson Schlesinger. I didn't watch a single Browns game all year. I don't know how impactful he was. The stats say that he was extremely impactful. It seems to be a two-man race, but he seems to be the huge odds-on favorite, so I got to pick him.
Yes, again, I'm the same. Other than watching them in red zone, they never even made TV 3 or 4 for me, so it's unfortunate for them. But I guess I'm gonna go with Schlesinger as well.
Yeah. Comeback Player of the Year. I don't think this needs to get debated at all. CMC.
CMC.
Coach of the Year. I feel like there was at least 5 guys that could have an argument this year. I'm going variable because you obviously take over a team that was 4-13 and you go 14-3 with that basically the same roster. Now, they did end up spending a ton of money in free agency. I'm pretty sure it was the most in the NFL. Could be wrong on that stat, but still, essentially the same team, same guys. Got some draft picks, free agents in there, but like your biggest signing was Diggs, who only plays half the snaps anyways because he's come back from injury and he's old. Like, I think he's just done an insanely good job, and I do think Shanahan needs more love in this. He's 6th best odds. The fact that he's not like top 3 or 4 with how many injuries they have and them still being extremely good is kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, if you want your team to win 11 games, and that's what you care about, Kyle Shanahan's the best in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
Truly the best. I'm going to pick Mike McDonald, a guy you didn't talk about that much. I think this is more
Very
of a
deserving.
It is this year's award, but what McDonald did from where he started with Seattle to where he got them to beginning of this year before they got Sam, and then the Sam signing really took them over the hump. But what he built there was really impressive up to that as well, I think. Liam Cohen, you got to give huge credit.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at Baker and Trevor, and just that's all I got to say, I guess, is just the Trevor come up and the Baker come down, all with Liam Cohen coming and leaving. So I don't think that's coincidence. And then Ben Johnson, who I feel like doesn't get as much credit as he probably should, given the changes we've seen in Caleb, and their offense actually doesn't look inept. Well, it does sometimes for 2.5 quarters, and then it looks
not
like
on Ben Johnson's fault though. Not his fault.
But the improvements in Caleb and completion percentage and all that stuff, and just their ability to win and actually have a good offense, I am impressed with them. Now, I wish I could see that in the first 2.5 quarters more. In the fourth quarter, their offense looks like the 07 Patriots, but it's only when they're down 2 or 3 scores.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But I think that's also credit to him in like keeping his belief in his players and then being able to come back and all that.
Well, there it is. There are the award predictions. Some of them are pretty obviously wrapped up. Others are going down to the wire. I believe voting ended this past Sunday. So all the votes are in and the awards are already decided. Now they just got to be announced. So wait and see game from here. Spinny, the playoffs, man, they start this week. Let's make some predictions. As always, we're going to go round by round with our predictions. Little scoring formats. Typically what we do is 1 point for wild card round, 2 points divisional, 3 for the championships. And I think it's 4 or 5 points we do for the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Spinny, I killed you in the regular season, by the way. 39-18 to 32-25. So
39-18 is pretty solid.
Well, that's what you get for taking all those crazy spreads, bro.
True. Gotta try though sometimes. Robert Saleh interviewing with the Ravens as well today.
Robert Saleh back as a head coach. Wow.
Robert Saleh.
That would be something.
Picks 3:30 Saturday. We got the Rams traveling to Carolina in what is the biggest spread, over double any other spread this week. Rams minus 10.5. Who you got?
10.5 is just crazy to me. In a
playoff game is wild.
A road team too. It's not like the Rams are at home.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm taking the Rams though. I think everything for playoffs obviously points to the Rams winning this. A little worry comes in the fact that everyone in this entire country is going to be picking the Rams, and they're a road team. So I'm a little worried from that standpoint, but they've played the Panthers this year, and the Panthers upset them. I don't think there's a chance in hell that the Panthers beat them twice in one season.
that's where I'm at with it. I don't really think they're going to upset them twice. My interesting thing for you is, are you going to give me this spread on this game?
Oh my God. How did I know you were going to ask me for the spread? God, that's just, I don't know if I can. That's just a crazy spread. All right, let's have some fun. Take
Let's
it.
go. I'll take the
Take it.
Panthers 10.5. Let's go. It's a playoff game. I think it's going to be close.
There's no way it's over 10.5. I shouldn't have taken it, but we need to have some fun on this pod.
It'll probably be 40-3. To come back.
That would be hilarious.
Saturday night, the NFC North matchup. Packers travel to Chicago to take on the Bears. Green Bay -1.5. Who you got?
I cannot believe I'm saying this. I am taking the Chicago Bears in this game. I really am. I don't trust either of these teams, so I'm just going to go with the home team. I know the Packers historically, these last 5, 10, 15 years, have dominated at Soldier Field. I don't care. I am taking the Bears at home. I really am.
It's so hard for me. Everything's a toss-up in this game. LaFleur and Ben Johnson, toss-up.
It's crazy.
Caleb and Jordan Love, toss-up. Defenses, toss-up without Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
offensive weapons, maybe slightly Chicago, probably a toss-up though, really, with Josh Jacobs. So it's every position, everything. I'm going to go with the Bears as well. That's what I went with on the Al Travis show this morning. I think I didn't like Green Bay pre-Micah Parsons injury with how inconsistent they were. Like, I obviously preseason picked them, but once I saw, Jordan Love doesn't look like it's it. I don't know. And I think there's a chance LaFleur might be out in Green Bay if they lose this game.
Wow, you think so?
I think there's a chance, yeah. I think there's a chance LaFleur's out in Green Bay if they lose this game. And if that happens, especially because Harbaugh not looking like he's doing interviews till next week.
That is kind of smart on him.
Comes to fruition, I think Harbaugh to Green Bay could be a very real possibility.
Why would that would just piss me off as a Vikings fan so much, man. We just had to see Michael Parsons join the team, and now like we get another coach in here. Like, oh my God, dude.
We'll see. It's gonna be fun.
John Harbaugh, if you're listening to this, please do not go to the Green Bay Packers.
Sunday. It's the Spinny Bowl. Bills travel to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. Bills -1.5. Who you got?
I think you have to lead this one, man. You said on this pod, you bet me a shot of liquor that the Jags would win one game. But the Bills also on this pod are your Super Bowl preseason winner. So who do you got, man?
So if you go back and check the tape, man's trying to Donald Trump me right now. Go back and check the tape. I did say, with the exception of if they play Buffalo, that was the next minute of that was me.
You did say that, yes.
Excuses as to why that was the case. And given that, I'm going to pick Buffalo. I do. It's just Josh Allen is so much better than every quarterback in these playoffs, and especially in the AFC. And I just think that is going to be a big advantage for Buffalo. Jacksonville's the hottest team in the league, though. They're hotter than snot. Liam Cohen's awesome. Their defense has been awesome. And they're at home. Buffalo traveling to a hotter climate than they've been used to. This is such a toss-up game, but I'm just going to go with the better quarterback, really.
So does that mean our bet's nullified then?
Unfortunately, yes, our bet is nullified. Unless you want to pick the Jags and take it on.
Oh, my gosh. Hell no.
The script.
I'm not picking against Josh Allen. No way in hell. I'm just surprised you picked against your man's Trevor Lawrence.
It's a lose.
I know it pained you,
really, but
it is. It is.
But my Bills.
The
preseason.
Exactly.
I gotta roll with it.
Yes.
Sunday afternoon.
That should be a good one.
Brock Purdy and what's left of the Niners team travels to Philadelphia to take on, can Jalen Hurts throw or not, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who you got?
I think you said it best. What's left of the Niners defense? I don't think they're going to be able to go on the road cross country and beat this Philly team with how banged up that defense is. I don't think so. Yeah, we can say what we want about Jalen Hurts' inefficiencies this year, but I think Saquon's going to feast, and that's going to set up the pass. And I don't think they're going to destroy them by any means, but I'm expecting, probably at least 28 to 34 points by the Eagles here. And I don't know if Brock Purdy, he's been hot lately, but I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up.
I don't know if the Eagles are going to be able to pass on the Niners. The Niners' pass defense still pretty solid. If the Eagles get a lead early, I think this game is over, though, because I do worry about with the Eagles' good offensive line and the run defense issues of the Niners. But I think if the Niners can score early and make the Eagles have to throw, this is going to be a really, really fun game. Everyone that listens to this pod and around me knows I have a ton of Niners fans that I'm close to in my life.
Yeah.
And roasting me for this year and my unwillingness to pick the Niners.
So you better pick against them again.
We are going to make them happy. And I'm going to pick the Niners on the road.
Oh,
Eagles. It's all right, Niners fans in my life. You know who you are.
Hold your ground, Spinny.
Finally came around.
Hold your ground, man.
3 of 4 NFC West teams in the division round.
That would be insane.
Sunday Night Football. The other Harbaugh and the Chargers travel to Gillette to take on the Patriots. Patriots -3.5. Who you got?
Kind of same thing as the Niners, man. I don't know if they can travel across the country and win on the road here. I'm obviously sussed out about the Patriots. Drake May, first playoff game. Don't have a ton of experience there, but it's not like the Chargers really have that much experience either. They'll be well coached from that standpoint. Harbaugh will get them boys ready to go, but I don't think with how hot Drake May and the Patriots have been this year, I don't think the Chargers can take them down. So I got to go with the home team here.
Yeah, this was a tough one for me. I think neutral site. I would pick the Chargers, but I
agree.
I just think it's hard traveling across country. Sunday night, we're going to be around 30 to 34 degrees and raining/snowing. 50% chance right now in Foxborough for this game. So I just feel like if that's the weather conditions we're going to get, that leads itself a lot to the Patriots winning this game. So we're going to go with New England as well. Monday Night Football. I think I'm going to trip you with this statistic. Mike Tomlin, 23-2 on Monday Night Football in his career.
Holy.
Texans travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Texans -3. Who you got?
Not only 23-2, I'm pretty sure they're undefeated at home on Monday Night Football.
Undefeated at home on Monday Night Football in Mike Tomlin's career with Pittsburgh.
Well, sorry, Mike Tomlin. You now have one loss at home on Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Texans. This is such a toss-up to me because I hate both offenses here. I just think I like the Texans defense more than the Steelers, even though they have been giving up weird long plays lately, kind of out of their characteristic. But I got to go with the Texans. I just think that defense is too elite. They're forced a couple A-Rod turnovers, but I do think I would give the slight coach edge to Mike Tomlin, right?
Yeah.
And obviously the experience, I think obviously I would take probably Stroud now, but the experience obviously is by far Rodgers. So that is a little worrisome for me. But
yeah, I'm going to take the Texans as well. I took them on the Al Travis show this morning. This is a hard one for me. Like you said, it's going to be low scoring. It's going to be a dogfight, and all that leans to Pittsburgh. That being said, I will be rooting for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. I do
really
love to see Tomlin kind of prove that. Tomlin's been like the big punching bag this year. Like, he should go to Penn State. He can't win. He's blah, 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 blah. The Tomlin hate is way too real for me, especially like, man hasn't had a good quarterback since Big Ben. And he's winning. Like, what do you expect him to do? Get him a quarterback. Like, get him a half-decent quarterback. I just think that the Tom hate is crazy. So,
It is crazy.
and as much as I don't like Rodgers' opinion sometimes, and he has gone a little crazy, I've always kind of liked Rodgers and his feistiness. So I'd like to see him get one as well.
37 degrees. It will be only 10% chance of precipitation in Pittsburgh on Monday. Texas
Undefeated
team.
on Monday Night Football, though, as the head coach of the Steelers. That's a big.
You just straight up jinxed them by saying that stat out loud, though. Just saying.
Hopefully I did. Then my pick will be right.
All right, there it is. Playoffs. We'll see if Spinny can catch up to me, man, after I just destroyed him in the regular season. So we're going to finish shouting out some NBA players that honestly are just probably better than we thought we were or gave them credit for. Spinny, you're not even going to believe the first name I'm going to shout out here.
Is it my guy?
I mean, maybe this is your guy.
Okay.
But it's not the guy that I think you're referencing. I'm shouting out Nikola Jokic. I don't even care. This dude, 30, 12, and 11, 2 stocks. Listen to these splits, Spinny. 61, 44, 85 are his shooting splits.
Yeah.
61% from the field, 44% from 3.
That is crazy.
I don't get these stats, man. And why I wanted to bring him up, because to me, he's already a clear top 20 player of all time. But now I'm starting to wonder if he's inching towards that top 10. I know, like, you would like to see him get another ring, of course, but these stats, dude, are just like not even comparable to other dudes.
Yeah, but if you don't have 2 rings, you're not in the top 10.
Why? Why does it have to be so cut off like that?
Because that's just the reality. Everyone in the top 10 has at least 2. Every single person in everyone's top 10 has at least 2.
He has more MVPs than some of the guys in the top 10, and these stats are better than anyone.
Who are you putting him over? Because
I'm sorry. You know me.
What?
I said, you know me. I do give credit to the eras, but like he's better than Bill Russell. Let's be real, dude.
Sure.
He's better than Will Chamberlain. He is.
Okay, fine. I can't believe we're doing this, but I'm gonna do it. LeBron, Magic, Kareem, Kobe, Shaq. You think he's better than any of those guys?
No.
Tim Duncan.
You didn't even say your boyfriend Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan. You think he's better than either of those guys?
I mean, I test he's better than Tim Duncan, but no, he's not better than Tim Duncan.
Yeah, okay. So that's 7 names. Let's go.
Because now, after 7, you get into Larry Bird.
You think he's better than Bird?
He's better than Bird.
He's not better.
100%.
No.
I test, it's not even close, dude. He's so much better than Larry Bird. Not even close.
Not even close is crazy.
When did Larry Bird put up average a triple-double on 60, damn near 60, 40, 90 splits?
Yeah, I mean, I know the stats for sure.
That's just what I can't wrap my head around with Jokic. Is the eye test is just like, it's insane to me. Like, he doesn't have quite the accolades of some of these other guys in the top 10, but the eye test puts him in like damn near the top 5.
Is he better than Steph and KD?
See, that's where it gets interesting. It's like, well, you can't really put him ahead of Steph, but like, he's probably better than KD.
Okay. Is he better than Hakeem? I don't think so on that one either. Just the defensive difference.
Right.
So, like, it's just hard for me. He's better than Karl Malone, for sure.
Easily.
I'm just, like, going through players. You think he's better than Wilton Russell? I told you I'd throw those guys out. Yeah, so I don't know. That's where I'm at.
Well, all I was saying that he is like in the conversation.
Yeah.
He is a borderline top 10 guy now, I feel like.
I suppose I can give you that, but I just think
I never said I would put him in my top 10. I just said he is like debatable, I feel like now.
Yeah, I just think that's such a hard list to actually get into when you're like talking really through it, you know?
No, he needs to make my actual list. He would need another ring for sure.
Yeah. Okay, first guy on my list is another guy along those lines who we already know is really good, but I did not see this level of ability to be the number one guy. Jaylen Brown,
I knew it.
29.7 a game, shooting 50% from the field and 38% from three. Also, 6 rebounds and 5 assists. 5 assists, pretty big for him. Him, White, and Pritchard, all three averaging right around 5 assists. So he's been one of the primary ball handlers. And we're seeing the man can dribble with his left hand.
I was just going to say that.
Without getting stolen.
Yeah.
It took him 2 years, but man is not getting exploited at all on the dribbling front this year. It's just like, if I can get this level of Jaylen Brown and I can get JT coming back, and it looks like that's going to happen, I think the Celtics are scary in the playoffs this year, truly. And what's his face, who is going to be on my list here later, Kita, he's been absolutely ball nation as well this year. I might as well just stay on the Celtics front while I'm at it. This is a guy that played 11 minutes a game last year, who is now playing 25 minutes a game, shooting 65% from the field on 10 points a game. A guy who couldn't even barely
Does he get 10 boards a game?
Boards, 8.2 boards a game. So 10 and 8, 65% shooting, 25 minutes a game. That is not something I saw from him going forward.
Going from a barely crack rotation guy to like an actual starter in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a big jump for sure. Kate has been great. I did have Jaylen Brown on my list. Just the fact that his best season is in year 10 is just like crazy. Like you usually see guys start peaking around year 5 to 8.
Yeah.
But he's having his best statistical season in year 10. Obviously, no Tatum, that helps, right? But you would have thought, or at least I thought, the translation would be more shots, worse efficiency. But he's actually shooting a career high from the floor. 50% is a career high. So he's taking more shots and making more of them. He's a guy that goes from like a really good 2 to like, damn, this guy actually is, I think, an alpha, is a 1 on a team.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. And then Peyton Pritchard, obviously the last Celtic on that list, too. Future All-Star Peyton Pritchard.
Get out of here, dude.
Well,
future All-Star. Crazy. Jalen Johnson. Got to shout him out, man. Averaging damn near triple-double, dude. I never saw it from this dude. He's never made an All-Star game. Yeah, obviously well this year, but like his standing in the league, I thought was always a borderline all-star. But now I'm wondering if he's like actually a superstar. I really am, because 24, 10, and 8 on 52, 37, 80 splits is absolutely insane for a guy that's 24 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, they just traded Trae Young to build around this dude.
Not to mention the defensive abilities, which are just
2 stocks.
Worldly. Mine is a guy who I've traditionally sports hated, but
really?
He has been unbelievable this year and has truly been good to a point where this team might have to trade him because they're trying to be bad and he wins them too many games. And that is Michael Porter Jr. 26 a game, shooting 49.5% from the field. 49.5% from the field and 41% from three on 26 a game for Michael Porter Jr. 7.5 rebounds, 3 assists, plus a steal a game.
3 assists. That's the biggest one.
I thought this man was going to shoot around 38% from three, around 44 from the field, and we're just kind of going to see more shots and the same or less amount of efficiency. But he's got more efficient on more shots, which has just been crazy. And he's really like been a good force for their team. Like he's helping them win games. It's not just empty stats. That's a turnaround I didn't see coming.
I'm pretty sure I locked them on a preseason pod for under 19.5 wins. They're already at like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to trade this man, that's for sure.
Michael Porter Jr. as well. It's a fun fact I came across when I was listening. Michael Porter Jr. and Steph Curry share the same shooting coach.
Yes, they do.
Said shooting coach commented last week or 2 weeks ago and said that MPJ beats Steph regularly in shooting stuff in their drills against each other, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I mean, like, it's hard because MPJ had that injury, right? But coming in before that, everyone was like, this guy's going to be KD. Like, this guy's literally KD. And
Yeah.
now we're kind of seeing it, actually, which is just crazy.
Just quickly, shout out Denny Abdia because we already shouted him out last pod.
Yeah.
9 more points per game and 3 more assists per game than last year, Spinny. That is an insane jump. 26, 7, and 7. This dude's averaging
6, 7, and 7 is
Denny Abdia. He, to me, was always like a 4th, maybe 3rd best player on your team, and now he's like an all-star. He will make the all-star team this year, or he should at least. So shout out Abdia. Tyrese Maxey, this is a guy who I always thought would just hover around the all-star, and now he's like, as we said in our top 20 players, like this guy is like a borderline superstar. 31, 5, and 7 assists on 48, 41, 88 splits, damn near 50, 40, 90 splits. Not to mention top 5 in the NBA in steals. He averages 3 stocks per game. He's like 0.8 blocks. He almost averages a whole block per game too as a little guard.
It's crazy. A couple like young guys shout out. Sar looked better than I thought he was going to look this year so far. Steven Castle, low-key Ben.
I got him on my list.
Most important players for San Antonio.
7 assists a game for Castle.
Yeah. And and Khan. I did not expect almost 20 points a game from Khan. That and obviously he's a rookie, so I mean like whatever breakout, but he's really been better than I expected.
He's so good, Khan. I will shout out your man's Keontae George.
Yeah. This
guy was a potential bust. He really was. First 2 years in the league, he shot like 37%, turned the ball over a lot. Now he's up to 45, 38, 90 splits and 24, 4, and 7 averages. 24 and 7, the dude's like 22 years old. Crazy.
At least is going to be in that like walking bucket off the bench category at the worst now. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
He's at least that, probably at his worst. Shout out to our boy, to both of our boys. And maybe this is just a one-season blip, but Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Yes.
Averaging 20 a game, looking to probably be the starting point guard going forward for Atlanta. So that's super impressive and great for him. I love that guy.
45, 38, 85 splits for now. Just absolutely killing it. Taking way more shots and even improved his percentages.
Literally.
Miss that dude. Shout out Khan. Shout out Cooper Flag. VJ Edgecombe especially.
Yeah. VJ
Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears, Cedric Howard, Dylan Harper. All I think are ahead of schedule. A lot of those guys were highly touted rookies. But, I mean, we're seeing Cooper Flag do things that haven't been done before, especially dude's only 19 years old. Khan's shooting damn near 50, 40, 90, 20 points a game. BJ Edgecombe is looking like the next D Wade or next Anthony Edwards. He kind of gives me Ant vibes too, for that matter. These guys are all ahead of schedule. Tremendous rookie class. Last question I have for you though, Spinny.
Can I have one more guy on my list before you ask that question? Last guy on my list, Lauri Markkanen.
He's been balling.
Yeah, I mean, 27 a game right now. I just wonder, like, we've seen a 25 a game season. We've seen a 24 a game season. We've seen right now a 27 a game season in 3 of his 4 seasons in Utah. I just wonder if you can actually win with the guy, if the guy's actually going to be a piece that gets moved to a winning team and can be successful. I'd like to see it. I mean, he's what now, 11th in the league in scoring currently. I just think he's been flirting around those top 20 numbers in scoring the last 2.5 years. So I just wonder if he's actually that good.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't traded him for a reason, right? They must think really highly of him.
Not to mention Norman Powell. Sorry. Almost.
Oh, my God. Norman Powell. He might be an all-star this year. He really might.
Especially in the East. He's their best player. He's been their best player.
Yeah, exactly. My question, though, for you, talking about these players, how about teams? Is there any teams better than Utah?
Ooh. I mean, I know for sure Boston's on Bus's list of teams better than he thought. But for my list, I mean, Detroit. Like, I thought Detroit was going to be
Yep.
good, but 28-9, that's not what I did not expect that
Yeah.
type of good for sure. And San Antonio. I mean, like,
Yes.
again, I
Spurs.
thought we were going to be in that 5 to 8 range, but they've been, top 2, 3 the whole year. And now they're beating OKC like it's their jobs. So I don't even think Giannis is on the board for San Antonio at this point. I don't know why you would. There's
Why
no
would
reason.
you? Yeah.
Those are the ones.
Raptors 23 and 15, 4 seed.
Yeah. I mean, BI, Barrett, and Barnes have all been good. So, and they've all, Barrett missed time, but Barnes and Ingram have played basically all their games. So I think that, that's obviously the health thing has been helpful for them.
76ers 20 and 15. I definitely went under on their over-unders.
Yeah.
Because of Paul George and Embiid, but they're this good, not even really because of them. That's why they're kind of surprising to me, because VJ and Maxey are both better than I anticipated. So,
yeah, the VJ Edgecombe thing, I obviously did not see coming ever at all. So, huge credit.
last team would be the Suns, 22 and 15.
That's the big one I forgot. Yeah, Suns.
They are only the 7th seed in the loaded West, but the fact that they're even a playoff team blows my mind. I definitely smashed the under on them. Didn't even think they'd sniff the play-in. So,
yeah, and I mean, Booker has obviously been on another level, and that's been huge. And then Dylan Brooks,
21 a game. Yeah, what?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see like what Jalen Green looks like when they really get him like introduced. I mean, obviously only 2 games played at this point on the year, so when he comes back, it'll be interesting to see if they get better too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, there it is, Hard as Hardos, episode 125. We hope you had a good holiday season. I know we did. Excited for a action-packed weekend of football here. We got first semifinal tonight, Spinny, another semifinal tomorrow, and then NFL playoffs Saturday and Sunday and Monday, for that matter.
Football. 5 straight days, baby. Shout out to my man's 6th man of the year future candidate, Colin Gillespie, who's been balling out on the Suns as well. 15 a game.
Nas Reed, six man of the year again. Calling it. Come on.
Thanks for listening, Hardies and Hardos. Appreciate you. If Bust does not have a Q&A, then we will get you on your way.
I don't, but look at my new ring.
Woo! Crown them, baby. Let's go.
Appreciate y'all, Hardies and Hardos.
Hug your friends and family. Have a wonderful day.